Hello everyone, today we are drawing different types of cars and trucks and vehicles with simple shapes. Here's a truck with rectangles and a triangle for the front windshield, circles for tires. Here's a water car, there are rounded shapes and rectangles. So I've got my sheet of paper with different ones to show you. I have speedboats, airplanes, helicopter, a rocket. I really got into drawing these different ones, and there's a Formula One car at the bottom.
So
and
I'm
there's
at
the
my
sketch of the
workspace
truck.
and I wanted to
It's
show you
mostly
the simple
rectangles, 1, 2,
geometric
3 in
shapes
a
that
row,
it takes to build a
and then
car
a
or
triangle for the
vehicle.
windshield, and then a
So I
square,
know that
and
you're
then a
going to
skinny
need
shape on
a
the back of the truck
circle,
window.
you're going to need
And
a square,
circles for wheels
or
and
a
tires.
rectangle,
Draw a small circle
or
on
both.
the inside
And
of the big
notice the
circle
rectangle
for the
is
rim,
longer,
the wheel of the
wider
tire.
than a square. And then also you'll probably need a triangle shape. Now, on newer cars, a lot of these shapes are rounded. So for example, right here, this is a rounded triangle, and then the back of the car is an elongated rounded triangle. And then if it's a sports car, it usually rounds down, comes back to here, and here's that circle shape. That's a tire. It's a little big for this car, but you see I'm free drawing. So then there's my other wheel, and I kind of made a hot rod, and then there's the bumper. So triangle, triangle. If we cut this into parts, you would see the rectangles and the squares, but they're rounded off. So add a detail or two, and then it starts to look more like a car. If you draw the circles inside of the wheels, that starts to look like a rim. And then you could put that repeated pattern inside of there too, like we looked at shapes a few weeks ago probably. Draw the bumpers, make the windshield look different than the rest of the car somehow. So we started with the circle, we have a square, we have a rectangle, and we have a triangle. So let's draw another one. I know I have a truck in the example of the video. This is why I have this piece underneath my others so it doesn't bleed through. I'm going to leave that there and flip this over. Let's draw another car. Now older cars are more square. They don't have rounded edges as much. So let's see how we do a big kind of a passenger car. The back is more stretched out, and then this would be the fender flare and come up here and around into the front. So something like this for an older car. It's kind of a Cadillac or a limousine looking car. That would be an old police car. So those shapes, let's see, triangle here, rectangle, rectangle, triangle, rectangle, rectangle, square, rectangle, 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 circle, circle. So it's pretty easy if you use these shapes: circle, square, rectangle, and triangle. So do your best to draw your own type of car. I hope you have fun doing this. Send it in to me.
So I'm just taking some time to color in my truck with more blue so it looks more realistic, or finished anyway. And I used my simple shapes, and I used a primary color called blue. I could watercolor this in, but I really don't need to. I'm just filling it in, taking my time. Hopefully you finish your work and send it to me, and that way I can give you all the points possible. Please think about the car or truck that you want to draw and visualize what shapes would it take to draw this. And start with a pencil. It's really the easiest, and then you can erase and adjust as you go. Have fun doing this. I want to see what you come up with. That took quite a while, but I think I'll go ahead and use a brush and water and blend the color, because it makes it all kind of the same and I won't have pockets of white showing through my truck. I want my truck to be all one color. Pretty much it smooths it out. So I'm just taking a little more time to fill that in. It's one thing to be done with something, but when you take time on it, it's going to look better, I promise you. So I know sometimes we want to get things done, but for art or music, PE or computers or math or reading or anything, go the extra mile and it will be worth it, I promise. Send me your example of your car, your dragster, your truck, or whatever vehicle you can draw with simple shapes like rectangles and squares and triangles.